as all understand that a couple of weeks ago we issued a statement as a club when there were questions about Mr. Majoro and whether are we signing him or not. Obviously, most of the guys have also written about the latest that there are negotiations that are going on between the club. Maybe if the coach may clarify on that issue, maybe why the change of mind or what has changed our mind, because we did issue a statement, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, that said we're not selling it. Coach, just clarify that, and then I'll also take hands, if there's any hands, that will, after the coach clarifies that, and I'll check whether there's any hands that you want to ask questions. Okay, Coach, can you just lead us into that clarification?
On the issue of the Shawanolo Majoro, first let me give you a brief background. When I brought Majoro from where he was a radiologist in Limpopo, in one of the hospitals inside, and the dream of playing football was almost gone, because already he had enrolled into full-time government job that did not give him even time to train. So when he joined us, he was very, very unfit because he had not played for the whole year. But because I had the belief that if there is something that we can get out of him, and as a coach I had plans that maybe he's one of the players that I will start my base with. And I must say he did extremely well last season, maybe even beyond my expectations in his first season, considering that he had never trained for the whole year when he was working. At the end of the season, we were all proud that we have a player that is going to carry the hopes of our team going forward. But somewhere there in the off-season, I spoke with Majoro personally, because I wanted to hear his direction in this regard. And he told me that he doesn't want to leave the club. He wants to stay. He is very happy with what the club has done for him. And he is not in any way thinking of leaving the club. Then I was very happy, and I informed my management and Pilani about it, and I think that is when I was not around. That is when a statement was issued on his issue that he is going to be staying with the club. Then later on in the off-season, without another further consultation with Majoro, we heard from his agent that he now does not want to leave, does not want to stay, because he believes that his dream has always been to play for a club like Chiefs. Maybe when he was speaking to me, it was not yet clear which club he might go to, because there were many clubs that they had interest in, but there was nothing tangible. But when he said when his agent informed the management that he now wants to pursue his career somewhere else, because apparently he was also very keen to join a club like Chiefs. Then we sat down with the management and everyone. We agreed that it will be unfair for any one of us to want to stop anyone from achieving his dreams. In as much as one found it very difficult to entertain it, but when Majoro himself spoke to me saying that now he also concurs with that statement that football is a short career, and if Chiefs is offering something that he cannot run away from, and he would like to play for a club like Chiefs, it's his dream, he has always wanted to play for a club like Chiefs, then in that premise I had to make it clear on my side that I wouldn't want to stop anyone from achieving his dreams. In my life I've never been selfish. And I wouldn't want to be selfish now that somebody from one family who had his own dreams when he was young, and now those dreams are about to be achieved, and because of my own personal goals and objectives for the club, I want to stop it. And that's basically what happened. And I said the club can maybe inform everyone who is interested, if possible, then we can negotiate with the club of that would want majority, because apparently it was not just Chiefs, and the club had to allow this on the basis that we were trying to avoid being selfish, but to try and give Majoro a chance to achieve his dreams without us stopping anything. And that is why the statement that our media team was maybe somehow reversed in terms of us being in a position to say, but what are we going to achieve with a player that does no longer want to play for the club, that he's got an ambition somewhere? And you can imagine, all of us here, we've got our own ambitions. And if somebody were to stop your ambitions because of his selfish reasons, you will always be angry. And I wouldn't want Majoro's history to be seen as somebody who had to stop his dreams. I opened the opportunity for him, and if he felt that he wanted something more than what we could give at AmaZulu, and it has always been his dream to play for a club like Chiefs, then it is only fair to allow such a player to pursue his dreams. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Coach.
At this stage, it is not yet confirmed. Even Majoro's move, I don't think it has been finalized. But I made it a point that if I had to lose Majoro to Chiefs, I would appreciate to get Ramabu on top of any agreement. If I were to lose him to Sundowns, I had already made plans to get Nguzano for him, and if the deal is completed, I want to believe that I should have Ramabu in the process.
Yeah,
The signings that one has made that I can mention at this stage that I'm sure of is Moses Shavula from Nati Lions, the Malawian, the left back, the goalkeeper, Kapua Kapili from Platinum Stars, the goalkeeper from Nati Lions, Pilo Zigalala, youngsters, Kanye Sotele from Randengezi, I spoke to Tawana before, Dumsan Zwani from Newcastle, Amachuba United Killer or something. You may remind me, Pilan, because maybe there might be too many of his unknowns.
I think you've covered them all.
But there are still other youngsters that I'm looking very closely at. I still want a striker. I do not want to lie to you. I am still interested in getting a slightly different striker from the strikers that I have, because even last season, part of our challenges were to, in as much as we scored so many goals, but I think we could have scored even more if we had a striker that can be profiled differently from the strikers that we have. Maybe it creates what I like, because it makes him an even better player. But if you looked at Mashaba's dream team, and if you looked at the match that under 23's player played against Zimbabwe, you will notice that he is now playing as a central defender for Mashaba. And he played an exceptional game for 90 minutes against Zimbabwe, and he created a goal in that. In the game against Benin, he had an outstanding first half, playing as a central midfielder, outstanding, creating 2 goals and scoring 1. And second half, he had a terrible second half. And if I were to analyze that situation for you, just to make you aware, if you looked at Benin in the first half, They were defending very deep, which meant our defenders and central midfielders had more space to play. And if you give Tami that freedom of having the game played in front of him all the time, he's one of the best players. But if you noticed, maybe if you do not have the DVD I can provide, of the same game, when you look at Benin second half, when they were already struggling, the house was on fire, they had to come out. And when the game was too close to him, he had a very bad second half. He could have been the man of the match by my standards, based on his first half performance, but second half, he could have been maybe the first substitute to me. So, lastly, if you look at Mashaba's dream team for the Olympics, and you look at his back four, you will notice that in the central defense he has got Matoho from Bloemfontein Celtics and Thompson and Sandrin from AmaZulu. And that should tell you something.